Hey guys, welcome to another video. And, well, this week there's going to be no live stream, and packages have been piling up. So, it's time to turn on your own favorite music and watch me tear open stuff. So let's, I don't know, let's start with this one. It's, of course, professionally taped. And let's see what's in here. Maybe I can just, yeah, there we go. No tools required. Oh, what's in here? Oh, right. I've been doing some testing with phone chargers again and stuff like that. So I decided to get some Kuulaa stuff. So that's a USB-C to USB-C cable, a tiny 20-watt charger. Ooh, it's security sealed. Not anymore. And I'm looking for stuff that'll do about 15 to 20 watts continuously for an upcoming project. You'll never guess what that is, except if you watch the live streams. But, so I'm hoping this will do that. And it says 5 volt, 3 amps. That's what I need. 9 volt and 12 volt. Sure. Okay. But, well, we're not going to test that now. I'm probably not going to test that in any video. But when I make recommendations for things to get, I generally like to have tested it myself. And not everything makes it into a video, but these 100-watt cables were very interesting. And I've got them in like half a meter, 2 meters, because I want to check the voltage drop and stuff like that. And it's good being able to recommend multiple brands and things like that, because it's not like, I mean, I've been recommending Baseus. I think there's a package with those in there too, but it's good to know several brands and how they work and react. Right, let's check this out. Yes, it's black tape. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? There haven't been a lot of QuinBoxes lately because, well, I just haven't been getting a lot of packages. Oh, and that's another thing. I've been very busy with all my LED stuff because that's the thing I'm selling, so it takes up a lot of my time, and then I end up spending a lot of videos on it too. Wow, comes with one of these. Be careful with these. 3 amps, maybe 5 amps in bursts, but don't go above that. These will melt. But yeah, lots of LED stuff, and that's almost finished. Probably like the end of the year will be more LED stuff, and then I want to return the channel to doing multiple topics, and I have a big topic planned for next year. I call it Plan Next Year. And you might have seen some of the items I want to use for that already in some QuinBoxed, but it'll be less LED focused and more other stuff too, like my DIY backup project, which I still need to finish, and my Home Assistant stuff, and my Proxmox stuff, and more of those contents too. So this strip, I believe, I don't have anything to hook it up right now, is a special order I did for Johnny Bergdahl. So if you're watching, Johnny, I'll know. And otherwise, other people can call you out in the comments, I guess. But once we light this up, and we'll do that sometime during a live stream, you'll know this one was for you. It's pink LEDs. Lots of them, like hundreds in a half a meter strip. Hey. Ooh, DHL. Yes, I don't really like DHL. If I can avoid DHL, I do. But they bring me my packages. It's okay. Right, so these are wire ferrules, but then the variant where you can basically put 2 wires inside of a single ferrule to basically crimp them together. So it's extra wide here, so the plastic of both wires goes in there and you twist them together and then you crimp them down. And I ran into a situation where I needed to do that, and I didn't have ferrules that would fit easily because they're generally made for 1 wire. I was like, it'd be good to have a little box of that. And well, now I do. Ooh, should we open the bigger package? Throw that away. Actually, back to this thing. If it's 24 volt LED strip, like that one is, 1 or 2 or 3 amps can actually get you pretty high amount of wattage. But if we're talking addressable LEDs, especially 5 volt, don't use these things. Snip off the barrel connectors and just connect them directly with the wires. Anyway, yeah. Let's see what's in here. I actually don't know. Oh, now I do know. I do a lot of prototyping, and I already have a lot of these books. Okay. But now that I've been producing more stuff that is pre-assembled only, I use a lot more 0402 components, so smaller components. And well, this is a sample book with all kinds of capacitors. Let's see here. Nanofarads, yes. Oh, up to 1 off. Okay, sure. But all kinds of small value capacitors, whatever I could ever need. And then this is a book with all kinds of resistors, from 0 ohm, which basically does nothing, to well, all the ohms. So especially if you're doing like LED resistor testing or other stuff. Oh, actually 33 ohm isn't in there. Oh, yes it is. Oh, it's all 1% too. Nice. So yeah, if I need a weird value resistor that I only need 1 or 2 for like doing a prototype or doing something else like that, I don't have to order like pay $20 shipping, whatever, to get it quickly, but I just have a lot of them in stock. I also have these kind of books for 0603 and 0805. So now I also have them for 0402. Good. I really hate it when I'm building something that's like that. One single component is missing. Let's see if we can tear this off. You should be able to. Ha! Well, what else could it be in a QuinBoxed? It's me, after all. More LEDs, and these will tie in nicely with the newest An-Penta board I'm building. Let's see if I have a prototype here. Is this the correct one? Yes. So, this is the current form. We're getting pretty close to be releasing the DIY version of this, so I'm starting to write the guides and stuff like that. And this will be a 5-channel analog dimmer board. It's actually funny. On this version, I used 5 different types of MOSFETs to test them. Anyway, and it'll be Ethernet compatible even, so you can do, where is my Ethernet board? You can do something like this, for instance, and, well, you'll have an Ethernet connected analog PWM dimmer. Hey. And, well, the OLED screen's still giving me a little bit of trouble, but it also has all kinds of nice features. It ties directly into Home Assistant, and, yeah. Anyway, I needed some, or I wanted to test some new analog strip for that, because this is, well, analog PWM strip, but it has, let's see if it says, yes, 640 LEDs per meter. That's a lot. That's like a giant amount of LEDs. But then it's also CCT. It says it right here. So it has warm white and cool white in the same COB LED strip. Let me see if I can lay that down on a table for you to get a better view. Right, so there's cool white and a warm white pad here. So it has both of them inside the COB material, basically. So I'm really interested to test that, because it also says RA90. It's actually on the packaging, so it should have decent color rendering too. So if you want to do primary lighting or house lighting or anything like that, which has, well, good color value, because that's what you want for primary lighting. Oh, interesting. They even include a little connector. Well, oh, nope, the arrows don't match. Now they do. Yeah. I'm not sure I'd ever use these. Probably cut off the wires, but anyway. But yeah, for primary lighting, you want a good CRA or RA value, basically. And if they manage to do that in a COB LED strip, that's very interesting, because you're with 600 something LEDs per meter, you are for sure not going to have any hotspots, even undiffused. So yeah. Okay, and let's check the second one. because this has 840 LEDs per meter. That's not for the whole strip. That is per meter. And it's RGB. 24 volt. The other one's also 24 volt. So this is, again, a COB LED strip, which has RGB inside of it. And then even more LEDs. And, well, back to this board. This has 5 channels. So 2 for one for cold white and 1 for warm white. And then 3 for RGB. So I thought, okay, let's get these strips. These aren't cheap, but I think they'll look really nice. But yeah, we'll test those in a dedicated video, I think. Because I also want to do a color analysis with my spectrometer and stuff like that. And in the end, if I like it, it'll always go up on my website, QuinLED-An-Info. But I wasn't going to talk about LEDs. And here I go again. Keeps happening. Keeps happening. Okay, yes. Well, it's from Aliexpress. What did y'all guess? Uh-oh. Are we safe? Are we safe? Yes, I think so. There's 2 packages in here. Sometimes they still have my address, but I think we're good. Okay, let's see what's in package number 1. Ah, yes. More chargers. This is, again, a 20-watt variant, but it's supposed to be really small. Let's see. Because it's, you know, from Baseus, which I generally like, as I said. And I just bought another brand, the Kuulaa one we looked at earlier, to compare. And, oh, right, this is also nice and tiny. Look at that. And this also does Type-C output, 5 volt, 3 amps, 15 watts, and that's basically what I want from them. It also does the 9 and 12 volt if you need that. Interesting. Wow, that's a really tiny little thing. PD, yes, good. Good. Well, we'll take a look at that some other time. Get it back in the box. Oh no, I forgot the papers, which I always read. Oh no, more stuff coming out. Sometimes I wonder if they even need to include like manuals and stuff, because who reads those? But I guess it's mandatory regulation-wise, so wow, the boxes are even the same size. Anyway, then what's in here? Ah, a 25-watt charger. Still, for the project I'm working towards, I only need 15 watts. But why are there security seals on both sides? Damn. Okay. But sometimes the lower wattage chargers can't sustain 15 watts, which I need for like hours and hours. So I was like, okay, let's try this Super SI charger too. And this is a higher wattage, but let's see how that does. What's this? Do I get a cable? Do I get a... Oh, I get a cable. Isn't that great? Well, USB-C and USB-C. Nice. Of course, I'll never get it back into that little box. So, I'm just gonna... Oh, okay. I'm just gonna wind it. And shove it in. Because... I know, I don't know what kind of packaging gurus design this kind of stuff, but I never get it back in the original shape or form. Good. Good. 2 packages left. Maybe we can take a look at the LED strip in a little bit. Let's take a look at this one, and then that one, and then, well, this would be the shortest QuinBoxed on record, so we can take a look at that LED strip really quickly. Let's see here. Trying to open this in a sane way, which is not working. Mr. Scissors, let's try it. Yes, this is the way to do it, not. I think I know what's in here, and I think it's okay. Right. So, in a, again, a live stream, I used big power supplies for which you have to use fork or ring terminals, and I wanted to use 8 gauge and 10 gauge and 12 gauge and stuff like that cable. And, well, it turns out I didn't have the fork terminals that I needed for that. And so I was like, okay, that will not happen again, because of course I have to have everything in stock. If anyone can relate to wanting to have everything in stock and not wanting to misgrab something when you're doing a project, let me know down in the comments. I mean, you guys know I hoard tape. Anyway, so these are some SV125.3, SV2.3, SV3.5, and then SV5.5. And, well, this is obviously the biggest one. And since on Aliexpress you can get anything, I got some red versions and some black versions because, well, then it's easy to differentiate positive and negative. And, yeah, these look fine. Cool. Right, last package, and then we'll take a quick look at that LED strip. I mean, you don't have to stick around if you want to. I know what this is. Remember that soldering iron I recently bought? I've been using it to build some stuff already, and it's excellent. I'll probably have it linked somewhere above there. But one of the things that it came with by default is this stand. And while it's, I mean, let me show you in the little picture too. While it's functional, I guess, it works, and it has the auto on-off feature. I don't like using sponges. I like using the metal shavings much better, and it's kind of, it's kind of flimsy. And then I saw they had a different variant too. And I get why they don't sell it with it, because it's at least like 30 or 40 bucks. Yeah, the T3A, that's good. And the Aixun, yes, I think so. But this should be a much more beefy and robust stack. Of course, a lot more expensive, but sometimes those little conveniences can be worth the price. And since I didn't have to pay for an original JBC, I thought, okay, let's plunge into this too. It comes with an extra little cable that you have to, oh, it's actually pre-attached. Okay. I like the plug-in variant better, but yeah, it's okay. This does feel like silicone, that's good. But this you need to plug in to make the auto turn off feature work, basically. And then it has metal shavings, which I like much better to clean my tips. And then it goes like that. And I believe you can actually, yeah, you can angle this to basically work for how you're working with it. I guess you could wall mount it. I don't know if you should. Oh, let's go here. Pure, clean, and high efficiency. Feel instant dormancy. I don't know how to feel that, but okay, thank you. Smooth, easy to change tip. Yes, that was another thing. I kind of got into this whole, I like changing the tips thing, and I still need to find out which tips of the iron I like best. How's it go? Like that? I guess so, yeah. And, wait, this was my limiter for my camera. So you can actually change the angle here. Okay, I guess whatever you like. You can change, you know, clean your tip. That's good. And in theory, you should be able to hook it here and then take a new tip, and the new tip should be cold. And then you can just insert the new tip and you're done. And if you want to change that one, you can hook it there without having to touch it and get another tip that you want to insert. Or if you want to get one back you took out, you can just do it like that. So when you're doing finer work and heavy work, so this is my heavy work tip, you can insert it like that. And this is a metal box, so you can cool down in there, and then you can go back to your finer tip or even finer tip or whatever you want to do in that regard. I guess this can work. Can you put it like that? I don't know. Yeah, sure, that works. And this is, I think this is also metal. Let's see. Oh, I guess this is metal. Not sure if these round things are metal too. I think so. But hopefully they can at least take the temperature. But you can't really take it off in there. You have to use one of these sockets to basically extract the iron or the tip and then put the other one back. So this functionality combined with having some nice metal shavings here, and this just feels a whole lot nicer and sturdier and heavier. I decided to splurge for the upgrade. But all in all, I've been very happy with that soldering station. So if you're looking for an upgrade and you don't want to pay real JBC prices, basically, it's quite good. I like it. Yeah. I like this too. It's good. Oh, they do fall out. Right. Let me prepare the LED strip real quick so we can take a quick look at that, and I'll be right back. Right, we're back. It's a mess on my disk, but the An-Penta is here, and I've hooked up both the CCT strip and the RGB strip. And when I saw my little band-aid here, I actually forgot to tell you that this is being recorded on my new upgraded streaming PC, and we're now rocking a Ryzen 5900X, which I kind of repurposed from my Chia project earlier because I don't need any plotters anymore. So now that can be my streaming processor. And, well, it's all new Windows 11 and OBS seems to be working okay. And anyway, back to this. So you have to watch out when hooking these up because normally red stands for positive. But on the RGB strip, if you closely take a look at the strip, you see that DC 24 volts is actually the black wire. And then the colors each have their own colored wire, so red is actually red and not positive. So be mindful of that. Or at least that's how I interpret it. But you can see the lanes and the copper paths pretty clearly. So, right. So I have it hooked up. I have a little test software on here, although I haven't turned it on in a week or so. Let's see what it does. Well, it turns on. That's good. Okay, I'm not going to show you the test software. I basically have it in Home Assistant, and I've just configured it to have 5 different channels. So let's turn on channel 1. Oh, yeah, that's kind of bright. Let me dim that down a little bit. Right, cool. Okay, so that is cool white. Interesting. And let me dim it down as much as I can. You can actually see the little dots here. If you dim it very low and look directly at it, you can see that they've probably basically interspaced cool white with warm white. And let's take a look at power using full brightness. Oh, wow. Okay, that's drawing 50 watt for the whole 5 meter string. You'll likely need to cool it, although it doesn't heat up immediately. These type of COB LEDs are generally pretty efficient, so need less cooling than the bigger LED types. But 50 watts, pretty good. Okay, let's turn that channel off, and let's turn the other channel on. Right. Oh. So this one also uses 50 watt, and well, as we just said, if I turn it all the way down, okay, it's still on very slightly, and then turn the other slightly on. There we go. They're basically, it's cool white, warm white, cool white, warm white, cool white, warm white. Okay, but still, they're so close together that if you weren't looking directly at this at the lowest intensity possible, okay, let's turn the cool off and let's do warm. It's a nice warm, pretty good. I think the CRI will be good, but I'll probably make a dedicated video about these, a little short video reviewing them, and also do my spectrometer tests and stuff like that. But the power output doesn't disappoint for this tiny little strip. And let's see what happens if we turn them both on. Nothing? Why does... Oh, I had it dimmed down. Wait. There we go. Whoa! There's a lot of light here. It's drawing 90 watts. Wow. Okay. Well, this is 24 volt analog strip, so the voltage drop, there will be voltage drop, but it won't be that much because it's 24 volt. Okay, let's take a look at the RGB strip. So, I don't know. There we go. That's red. Ah, this is drawing 25 watt. That's not bad for RGB. And there's a lot of LEDs on there. Let me dim that down so you can see it a little bit. That's too much, I think. There we go. Now you can see the little dots here. Cool. Nice. Let's see what happens if we turn the other channels on. So this should be green, I think. Yep. Oh, yep. Green. That is using 32 watts from the socket. So like 28, something like that. This is a very efficient power supply. And then we have blue. Oh, blue uses a little bit less. It uses 22 watts from the socket, so like 19 or 20 watts in total. And if we just hit them all and try to create some kind of white resemblance, 71 watts. Okay, that's pretty... Yeah, oh, this is getting warmer. It's not too bad. Wow, that's bright. If you look directly at it, you will see that there's basically 3 diodes, RGB, 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 right behind each other. But put this in a cupboard or somewhere else, and it should blend in quite good. So if you basically shine it on something else, I doubt you'd be able to see the individual LEDs, even without diffusion, because they're so close together. Yeah, let's see if we can make some colors, I guess. So here's some green and adding some red. Oh, we get a yellowish. Or we can take the green and we can add some blue. Okay, let's add some red. There we go, and now we get pinkish. Cool. Or purple more. Yeah, nice. So I like this strip. It's pretty good. And yeah, I guess we could turn it all on. Let's turn it on full power. I don't know why, but let's do it. It's really bright. Anyway, 155 watt. That is quite a lot for just some 2 5-meter LED strips. It depends on what you compare it with. If you take the Oxmer strip, which I recommend as my premium strips, those are like 28 watts a meter. So, yeah, pretty good. Now, if you're still watching, I have one surprise left. Be right back. Now, I don't know if you can already see on my face, but that little LED strip that I got is actually pink LEDs. Anytime I do a live stream, or often, and Johnny Bergdahl is there, he donates into the Pink LED Fund. So I felt like, okay, I have to do something with this. Let me tone it down a little bit. So this is COB single color LED strip. So instead of this RGB that we had here, or this CCT, you can also get these in very specific single colors. And this one is, well, basically in beautiful pink. I think on this camera I can actually turn it up. Let me see. Yeah, that looks quite pink, I'd say. So, Johnny, especially just for you, pink colored COB LED strip. Analog PWM dimmed using my An-Penta prototype. And yeah, that's going to be it for this QuinBox, though. As always, thank you for watching. All the links for everything you've seen here will be in the description. There's even a specifications page for the An-Penta available nowadays. And, well, I hope you enjoyed this QuinBox. It's been a while. I don't get that many packages right now. But I hope to see you back in the comments, on the Discord, or in another video.